Hello everyone, and welcome to another Arknights video. There is a lot, I guess, to mention. So right now I'm currently in the redone shenanigans featuring a lot of the side stuff when it comes to the base, quote-unquote, or like the fashion stuff of the interior decorations. It's mostly just fashion, essentially. And, of course, fashion for characters, and doing certain stuff, to get rewards, it's new. Lots to mention, I was just looking into the Crimson Solitaire, getting Phantom Skin, getting the backgrounds, getting the two icons, allowed me to get several different things for the interior decoration. Anyway, aside from checking out this sort of stuff and just kind of briefly looking at it, we are going to be, of course, there's also the skins and lots of other stuff, but the main thing is, of course, the new event with TT, the new operator, and Perfumer Altered. Now, I did not knew this was going to be a thing that they were doing, because let's just brutally be honest. When it comes to most things, when it comes to figuring out stuff, it doesn't really tend to be talked about unless it's like very specific stuff like operators and like that. So, yeah. Anyway, what is there to know? There's a lot to know. So right now, CN is going to be soon getting their next CC, which is a bit hilarious. I know people are making the point of, well, CN is currently right now doing Arknights Infield CC, and is then going to be getting the CC for, you know, for the CN side, for like the number 5, fake 5. Like I usually put fake in front of this second season of contingency contract. Anyway, when it comes to CC, jumping to that, I think that's pretty much it when it comes to, you know, CN talk. Of course, it's currently right now going out. Most of the tags for week 1 have been completed at E2, aside from one, which is something that you'll start to hear more and more as videos come out from the second session, which is not yet, but soon be, because I'm currently working on those videos as we speak when I'm, of course, recording this session. Every single risk is completable at this point for my several hours attempts, aside from one risk. Aside from that one risk, I've been going for a higher risk attempts at E2, trying out the sort of meta team, at least some meta operators for CC0 here. That's what they call it. I've been calling it CC0 instead of the blah 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 blah. I just say CC0. Anyway, so I've been trying out certain characters. With it being E2, it's not as similar or same as most people trying to do 40 plus. If I was doing my own thing, 40 plus, probably 46, maybe 45 would be possible if I wasn't forcing myself to do E2. Just to let you guys know, I would have easily by now gone 45 or 46. Anyway, aside from that, yeah. I've been doing higher risk at E2, and at this point, I am above 20. The highest so far, video-wise, is 20, the bare minimum to get everything for the event, sort of. Kind of a asterisk to that when it comes to one of the risks. I don't know if I need to beat the risks to get all the rewards or not. We will see, type of thing. But I did get above 20. I did get above 20. That's all I'm going to say for now, because I want to leave it up until you guys see the videos. This may or may not come out beforehand. And at this point, I know I can go higher. So that says a lot. It just comes down to actually me getting even better than what I've already done at E2. And I don't know if future operators are going to help with it or not. AKA Camille. I don't know if Camille will be helping me or not. It just comes down to how his kit works. And we'll see. Because there's certain operators I haven't really used yet. I mean, I did use earlier on, especially with the risk 20 clear. But I haven't used since that I know is really good. AKA Gibraltar. Gibraltar. The one operator that if you missed, you honestly fucked yourself. Is pretty much the story that's going on in Field since the launch of pretty much the game. Or I should say, like, after Gibraltar left, essentially, for the first time. If you did not get Gibraltar, you honestly screwed yourself. I thought other characters, especially Mifu, would be some nice alternatives, especially with Mifu and S1. Mifu is not an alternative. It sucks, because I wish she was. But her crowd control capabilities is dog water. Gilberta is still better. Just also the fact that I didn't even know this, but now I do. If you had the first pot of Gilberta, the range of her skills better. Yeah, so just making her essentially the best. I hate the fact that they went that route for Gilberta to begin with, because I felt like she should have focused on like what Arknights did and being slow, slowing down the enemies. Instead, they went with the crowd control aspect of pretty much shifty. And they could have used that for other characters. For other characters that come back, other Niconvenios. But fuck that. We're just gonna do that with Gilberta. And yeah, she ends up being the best because of multiple factors, including the fact of her crowd control ability. Anyway, I didn't really talk about too much about like hating the fact that they could have made her more like Angelina, but I never really talked about it. I did talk about it in the survey of like, I really like a lot of things about Gilberta, but that's like my nitpicks, my things I don't like about Gilberta, is that one little factoid of she's like more so weedy and a mint more than Angelina, aside from her ultimate. Anyway, I think I've kind of talked a lot about Arknights in Field. Some more videos will be coming out. A lot of videos including certain clears. I did certain clears mixed together. I should have done like the first weekly at like higher levels just to see type of thing. I probably will go back and to do certain things like that, but Arknights in-field aside, I'm more focused on in-field as of late. I'm trying to focus on other things as well. Anyway, Arknights. I was kind of hoping that we would have like maybe one more week of a break per se. At least I didn't have to worry about making videos for. I have been touching Trials for Navigator. I'm almost done with it. I am gonna try to hopefully focus on that. I might focus on that sometime. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna try to force myself to focus on it because there's only like a couple days left, and I'm like, well, shit, it's either today or the last day. Because tomorrow, unless it's ending tomorrow, then I'm screwed. I'm not gonna be able to finish it. So yeah. Anyway. Also, when it comes to around the 4th, I kind of focus on trying to get some days off. So, I also have like not a full week, but close to a full week off. So that's nice. So I don't have a lot of time to focus on things, but will it be directly when it comes to the channel? Probably not, but who knows? You never know. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see, because there's a lot of things to do. I probably will push back Arknights to focus on infield more, but I'll probably have at least this first video up sooner rather than later. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, His skin, I do like the fact they went with live 2D skin. Yep. Oh, right, this is the, like, postcard picture stuff. For the fashion stuff that the whole thing I didn't really touch that I really forgot about existed. I did not play this enough to get all of everything. I kind of been going back to Integrated Strategies 4, but I just kind of went back to IS-6. Because I'm starting to realize, like, yeah, there's a difficulty aspect, but I actually just kind of enjoy the mechanics of 5 and 6 more. I like IS-2 as well. I like IS-2 more than IS-3 and IS-4, and even then I'm going back to the 5 and 6. So, just because of the mechanics and like that. Barely touched Reclamation Algorithm, because I gave no shits. At some point I will, but who knows when. Same deal, like, I haven't, like, touched it enough. But I still get the rewards. I wonder if they're gonna add more rewards. And of course, IS-6. The thing about IS-6, and a lot of IS specifically, I have not done to collect all. I haven't done it enough, but I have like enough to decent amount of levels saved up to when I actually do that type of thing. I think this is, at some point I talked about it, because I remember looking at this, or seeing this, I think in... Did I remember seeing this in Infield? There's a part of me that's like, this feels familiar, and I've talked about it before. I don't remember if it was Arknights or Arknights Infield. I just don't give a care. Just to be brutally honest. It's a nice idea for customization and artwork or whatnot if you like certain characters, whatever. I'm probably not going to mess with it all that much. Kind of like a lot of camera modes I'm not really going to mess with, and I really haven't messed with in Arknights specifically either. If anything, I just take screenshots and I just try my best to work with certain, you know, things to get nice cutouts of characters in certain positions through in-game, and then use that as the thumbnail. That's what I've been doing lately with Infield, with at least Umber Monument. Anyway, so that is new. Showcasing, I mean, I don't think you've ever seen much of this, but I have been grabbing the skins. I did grab hers, I did grab hers. I like the way they went about her. I did actually eventually eat to her as well, so I probably will grab... I don't know if I will grab the Blaze Altars, but I'll probably grab, why can't I think of her name right now? Anyway. Enough of me blabbering. Oh yeah, one more thing, I guess. I will probably go on for TT here, but that's not the main point. The main point is that, I guess, on Twitter, there was enough issues on quote-unquote PC, aka through emulator. I don't know why they say PC, because it's technically emulator, or mobile emulation, not... Like, it is on PC, but it's not actually the PC port, because that's only in CN. Anyway, so the fact that they mentioned they're having issues, I didn't think they actually cared about that sort of shit, but then again, my past experiences with emulation and gacha game companies has always been middle finger, and I don't try to associate with it. And the biggest, you know, company to do that is Nintendo. So, if you don't know, Nintendo's still against emulation of their mobile games. I just feel like people don't realize that's the case still, but that is still a case. Still annoying. And are you really gonna have me look through all of this? Thank you. Anyway, as a showcase when it comes to Transfer Navigator, I am literally like almost done. I need to do Spectacular and then do the 4th difficulty, and then I will be done for number 6. And videos? No, I kind of stopped doing that for Transfer Navigator. I mean, if I was live streaming, sure, I'd probably make them into videos. But given how I'm trying to focus on other stuff, and I'm trying not to always do... I'm trying not to put too much work effort into Arknights, not because it's not important, but to me, I'm already busy as is, and I just want a break of doing videos, or at times just Arknights in general. So I might do Transfer Navigator 5, and then also in this case 6, but I'm not too worried about making a video. Because if you already see me do Transfer Navigator so much, that it's like, it's whatever. I think that's the case for a lot of game modes in this game after a certain point. I just don't think people really give a care anymore. So I just stopped worrying about it. Anyway. I think that's enough blabbering as is. Because, yeah, lots to talk about, lots to mention. Now, of course, when I'm live streaming, that wouldn't really matter at the end of the day when it comes to who cares or who not. So when it comes to videos, because I'll probably just make a lot more videos because I'll be just live streaming. So it'll be easy access to turn those live streams into, split them into, like, clips for videos, but... Anyway. Huh. I forgot it was Life 2D. And also you can get... Ooh. Can I see? Oh, just only one skid? Not worth it. I remember now. I remember now. A lot of these reviews, like this first one, the reason why I didn't go for it, because it was like only one skin, I was like, what's the fucking point of spending a rundown for that? There is actually no point. So I gave no shits about this one. But the second one here, well, same case. So yeah, interesting idea, but like practically useless because a lot of them are early game type. Interesting that they didn't focus on her being Life 2D, which I think is just in general interesting because, you know, I'll probably go for it if it was Life 2D. She was Life 2D. It was you. So it makes sense, but yeah, it's unfortunate. But they gave it to her instead, and to me, why I decided to do that, I don't know, personally. But works out for me. Okay. I know with their artwork, there's a lot more fan service to it. Well, this one, it's not as much fan service, but it still looks pretty good. Okay. Let's get into the events. Okay. I know, I saw this picture, and the more I looked into it, the more it's like, what the fuck is going on? I did want to read the rerun of the Peril Sea, which I can do that now anyway, but I just kinda pushed it off. I kind of want to get back into reading the story event stages. And that's probably what I'll do here. Even though I skipped the last event that would technically be continuation from this. But at some point I'll also read the Pale Sea. Whenever I get around to it. Okay, so this is the guy, the character that everyone's going crazy for the trip, but not like being the freebie, which I don't know how well he's gonna be. The thing about like 4 stars and 5 stars at times, especially for welfare, is like it can generally be one of those things I tend to underestimate how good they can be. And then later on, I just start using them more and more because I realize, oh yeah, these guys are actually pretty good. I'm looking at Valkyrin as a good example of a character that's gotten better over time, just because I didn't realize how good she could actually proc Necrosis. But Necrosis in its own right for 4 stars and 5 stars has gotten so good because of the true damage application, so that I can avoid stat increase of enemies. That's been clearly going on over time. Especially for very, like, highly defensive enemies, she ends up being better than most of any characters that I could use. It's technically bobbing, but I prefer Valkyrin. Okay. I'm gonna be skipping the story, as always. Train. What did minnows do as the Minoans do? However, the skill SP costs increased. Can be healed when all connected rounds are full. Adjacent tiles will be affected by a flowery fragrance, causing operators and enemies to become immersed. Operators recover. Okay, so when immersed, operators recover SP quickly and periodically summon heroes calls. And then it says enemies. There's something more to it for enemies, but there's too much text that I can't actually read it. Okay, well, I have no fucking clue what it does to enemies, so... Win in Minos, aka Win in Rome. Welcome to Athenius. The city welcomes one and all, no matter where you hail from. Also, this is like perfect timing. I mean, I say perfect timing. There's still some months, but this is like a nice, like, push into a Fire Emblem future, Fortune's Weave. There we go. I was trying to say the right F word in there. Fortune's not featured or future or whatever I was going for. But anyway. Came sort of same vibes going on, though, being Roman-esque. Minoan love here can often be bound to reenacting heroic epics on the streets. The fashion may run a little hot, but you're always welcome to join in the fun. Like, do I have to join in too?
Understood.
Is it finally time to
stand together with us?
Finally time to use Palos?
Of faith.
I don't know what to do. I need some SP to cast my skill too. Maybe you're too reserved since you're still training in the street theater. Well, try fitting these flower fonts with water and more say something bigger. Wait, is offensive and defensive recovery can actually be really fucking good compared to auto recovery? Do you use activate the water race and refill with a fully fountain pools? But it's fun design. Let me try. Ooh. Okay. When the water level is over half of the pool's capacity, excess water reflotation pools with lower level water levels. Would that work with his Kyrkis? I think There's a lot to this. Anyway, healing aside, you can also have the apprentice priests fill up the fountain pools. They're busy enough as is, so if you wish for the help, you have to be smart about it. Are they considered enemies? Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, that's a really good buff. Once all connected, fountain pools are full. Adjacent tiles will be affected by flowers' fragrance. Once the units will be immersed in the street plays, and status lasts for a short while after the affected tiles. This seems to be a really good buff. Enemies in the immersed state will have reduced hit rate and movement speed. Some enemies will suffer extra special effects. Huh, so this is just a complete buff, so similar to the passive life effect. But you just have to actually get these going. Interesting! Meanwhile, operators in immersed state will gain increased SP recovery, so be sure to enjoy Minoan fumes and epics together. But the issue is that she's focusing on that because it is like a priority system. So I could probably do this to heal multiple. And then switch when I need to. Oh, so she gets reduced hit rate. Because this guy can't do shit, and then he loses his spear. Okay. Oh, satisfied! Oh, is that a stone pillar capital really fine? Oh, I see you're fully immersed in Athena's fragrances. Once the meter on the lower left of an operator is full, illusions will appear and only immersed operators can attack them. Don't worry, they're just mirages, right? If not, and you shall be safe from harm. Heal is called, can only be attacked by and is prioritized by immersed operators. Disappears after taking a certain number of attacks.
Oh, heroes, stand together with us.
So there's a pro and con to it. I got you. Okay.
For that wavering faith.
Oh, I see. So the water bowl apprentices, I think, also heal other enemies when they die too. So it's not just the fountains, but they heal other enemies. Which okay. Okay, so there, I can see some pros and cons, but we'll have to see how the Mirage, if it's just going to be